Hey guys, I wish I was a person who didn't react about certain things, but I'm not. So here's my story about Renfrew Shawarma while I eat Domino's. So last night I ordered Poutine, walked in to get it, and we were having casual conversation, and my daughter has had the poutine from there before, and she said that it was like the best poutine. It had like the perfect ratio to gravy, cheese, and fries. Perfect. She loved it. I hadn't ever tried it, so this would be our second time ever having anything from the Renfrew Shawarma place. They made it, and while they were making it, there was like 3 or 4 other people in there ahead of me, and when they were making their dishes and putting them in the takeaway containers, they were like stuffing the dishes to beyond capacity, like so full that the dish was like breaking. And I thought to myself, oh my god, you're gonna make our town overweight. Not like it. So when it came to be my turn, it was like below the rim. I was like, potatoes must be expensive. And you can quote me, I said that to my daughter when I came home. I was like, potatoes must be expensive. And I told her the story. And if you know me, you know I have an ED. I talk about it on here. Things are hard for me to eat. I won't go any farther than that. I can really only eat certain things that I don't make for myself. So when I sat down to eat the poutine, oh my god, I wish I would have recorded it. I fucking wish I would have recorded it. I was so mad at myself for not recording it because, like, you guys know, I do sometimes record. Not all the time. I don't record everything I eat. But I do. So I was kicking myself in the butt for not last night. When I sat down, I took the lid off of the poutine, and I noticed inside the cheese there was like a darker spot than the other parts of the cheese. And I looked at it and I thought, oh fuck. It has to be like a chive, or it's a shawarma place. So there's other stuff that could have gotten mixed in with the cheese. So I thought, oh, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. So I took my first bite and started chewing it, and right away I noticed it tasted like mold. Like, if you know cheese, you know what moldy cheese tastes like. And I just went like this and spit it out into the container, and I thought, nope, I'm not eating that. So I turned around and I went and asked my daughter if her cheese tasted off or like mold too, and she was like, oh yeah, but I was so hungry that I didn't care. I was hungry. And I was like, oh fuck, it pissed me off. So I thought about it for a minute, and I called just to see what they would say. And when I called them, they like played completely dumb, like they didn't even know who I was. Like I hadn't even been there to order Poutine. Nobody ordered Poutine. I was like, you put my cheese, the cheese on my Poutine was moldy, and they were like, huh? What? So I thought, I'm going to go there. So I started my car, gathered my Poutines, and went back there. And when you do something like that, it's a very fine line between, unfortunately, feeling like an unhinged Karen and somebody who actually has a valuable point to prove. I know I'm not a Karen. Well, I can be. But I wasn't last night. I went there. And there was somebody else in the store. And everybody was at the cash that worked there. Like everybody, like they were expecting me to come back. And I was very calm. I just wanted my money back. Like, you sold me moldy food. Just give me my money back. Like, that's... I asked for a refund and they asked me to see the food. And I was like, yeah, sure, I have food right here. Like, you can taste it, you can do everything with it. I spit out the first bite, and that bite tasted like mold. It was moldy. And in front of another customer, they started to pick apart my Poutine, looking for the mold inside of it. Like they were looking for it. Like they were looking for mold. And I looked at the other person, because during COVID precautions, you're not even supposed to accept food back. They should have told me to discard the food outside and not even bring it into the store. Just give me my money back, and that's like, would have been done. And so they started pulling it apart, and they were questioning whether or not they were going to give me my money back. So I grabbed my phone. What can I use for a phone? I grabbed my phone like this. I'll use my light remote. And I was like, well, fine then. I'll just put it on social media and let everybody know how you guys are. And I have a lot of friends, and I'll let my friends know that you guys sold me a moldy cheese, and like they can decide from there whether or not they want to come and eat your food. And then she said, we're giving you your money back. And I just stood there and was just ignored her and just kept recording. Told people like I'm in the Renfrew Shawarma place and the situation that happened. And then she handed me my money, and the guy said behind my back as I was leaving, aren't you the same person that said that we had the best Poutine in town? And I said, yeah, I did say that. And that was before I got served your moldy cheese. Like, I take it back. I don't think that you're the best Poutine in town now. And I think I went and used a little bit of profanity after that, but I won't say that here on YouTube. And I left the store. So this is like part 3 of my saga. Because I did write them a review on Google about how they sold moldy cheese. To argue with me about it was like absolutely inappropriate. You were in the wrong, and when you get defensive like that, it like kind of solidifies my point that you're wrong. If you're wrong, just give me my $15 back and let me go on my merry friggin' way. I got carried on and act like an ass. Makes you look like you're guilty of something, unfortunately. Do you have a food horror story? I have so many of them. I don't like my food being played around with. It goes in my body, like, you know, things like that. Ugh, just grosses me right out. You know, like people that claim they get hairs in their chicken burgers and stuff. Do you have any, like, food phobias or... My sister Terry, if you talk about hair in the food, she literally starts, like, heaving and gagging. It, like, disgusts her to her very core. It's funny. I know hair is gross, but, like, you can just pick it out and, well, there's an extent, like, I wouldn't want somebody's pubic hair in my food. I wouldn't want anybody's hair in my food in general, but, like, sister to sister, family member to family member, it's not that bad. Stranger to stranger, that's kind of weird. Have somebody's dirty old fingernail in your salad. I have a pepperoni eye. Yeah, I was so mad last night. Like, I was stomping around my house, ranting. It left my daughter worried all night that she was gonna get sick, because she already is lactose indifferent, so I like to have moldy cheese. I'm talking about it, I can almost taste it again. It tastes like earthy, you know, like, you know what mold tastes like. I'm surprised I can eat and talk about it, because it was very yucky. That's what I used to call my sister, teriyaki. And teriyaki sauce. Kids and their nicknames. I never really had any nicknames other than Kat, Kate, Katie, Kathy. Because my name is actually Catherine. So I guess I did have quite a few. My refund money that I got last night is what I used to buy this pizza tonight with. Because there was no friggin' way that I was eating after that last night. I had some chocolate covered Jum Jums, but that was it. I love chocolate covered Jum Jums. They're like my favorite snack. I taste mold. Maybe I have mold in my sinuses now. I really taste mold when I drink that. You have to see my cat suit from Fashion Nova. Okay, I'm done being weird now. It's not the drink. Hopefully it's not my throat. I'm gonna leave you guys. Guess what this is that I'm eating. Let me know in the comments if you know what it is. Play a little game. Love you guys. I promise you what I'm eating next time. Good munch, munch, munch. Bye-bye.